Meet Alan Barron.
I met Alan Bear through a friend who was seeing Alan Bear, and he introduced me to Alan Bear.
Okay, and what friend was that?
His name is Rod Beyer.
And could you just tell me a little bit about that situation, how you met Alan Bear?
Yeah, Rod picked me up in a car that was Alan's car, or Alan rented it for him, and introduced me to him, told me how I could make some money, and I was young and wanted that kind of money, and he introduced me, took me to Alan's place, and we talked.
When you say took you to Alan's place, what place?
He took me to the Twin Towers in Omaha, on the second floor of room 201. There I was introduced to Alan Bear, and we had a drink, and we left, and I returned later that afternoon.
Okay, now who offered you the drink?
Alan Bear.
And what was it that you had?
I had a vodka tonic.
And how old were you when you had that?
I was 17.
Okay, and how old are you right now?
22.
Okay. Go ahead. Have any kind of understanding why he was asking you those questions?
No, I thought he was just trying to get to know me.
Okay.
But I did have a clear view of why I was there.
And what was your clear view?
I was going to exchange. I was going there to let him have oral sex with me for money.
And how did you perceive that idea?
My friend told me exactly.
And did your friend go through the same thing?
Yes.
And again, who was that friend?
Rod Beyer.
And is Rod still around Omaha?
No.
Where does he live now?
I have no idea.
And did you go there in the afternoon under the presumption that you were going to receive some money?
Yes. That's the only reason I went.
And what kind of money did you think you were going to get?
$50.
Okay. And so then you came back in the afternoon. Was there anybody else present?
No.
Okay, so it was just you two.
Yes.
And he met you at the door in a bathrobe.
Yes.
What color was the bathrobe?
It was a yellow Ralph Lauren bathrobe.
Okay.
Because he gave me one and I still have it.
Okay. And where is that bathrobe now?
That is at my home.
Okay. And what were you wearing? Do you remember?
No. Jeans. I say jeans, tennis shoes, and a shirt.
Okay. And so you arrived and he asked you to undress. Is that correct? And where did you undress at?
I started to undress in the hallway. Because he asked me right when I got into the door, and as soon as we shut the door, he said, "Get undressed."
Okay. Was he touching you while you were undressing?
No.
Okay. And then what happened?
He told me to come in there.
Come in where?
I was in the hallway, and there was a hallway, and then I went into where the bed was, and I started to get undressed there.
Okay. And then what happened at that point?
I was standing naked, kind of wondering. He dropped his bathrobe and grabbed my hand.
Which hand?
My right.
Okay.
And put it on his penis.
Okay.
And
did he ask you to stroke him?
I would not say that he asked me, no. He just started making my hand do it.
So he was moving your hand back and forth?
Yeah, on him.
Okay.
Until, I guess I was supposed to get the hint that that's what he wanted me to do.
Okay, and did he, in fact, get a hard-on?
Yes.
And now, are you still standing up?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead. And I know it's painful to go through this, but
I was under the impression that I just had to go, just lay back and didn't have to do anything, but, I pushed my head down and I made it clear to him that I'd never done that before, and kind of said, fine, and I got up.
So when he took your hand and put it on, and put your hand on his penis,
he started kissing me on the neck.
Okay. And did he tell you to get down on your knees?
No, he kind of pushed me down, you know, firmly to go down. And it wasn't clear, and I said yes, he did tell me to get down.
And did you in fact get down?
Yes.
Okay, and did he use any derogatory threats to make you get down on your knees at that time?
No.
Okay, so then you got down on your knees.
Yeah. And I was kind of looking at it with my hand on it, and he brought my head forward.
Using his other hand.
Yeah.
And did you in fact perform oral sex?
No, I put my mouth on it, but I did not perform oral sex at that time. I told him that I'd never done that. I was about ready to just call the whole deal off.
Okay. And what did he say?
He lifted me up, kind of moved me over to the bed, said, let's get on the bed, and put his head down, started performing oral sex on me while his penis was at my end.
As they say, a 69 position.
Yeah.
Okay. When he walked you over to the bed, did he force you over to the bed? Or did you kind of go?
Yeah, it was kind of a nudge. And,
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But you somewhat went willingly.
Yes.
Okay. And were you on the top or the bottom?
It was side to side.
Okay. And so when you got into that position, did you in fact have oral sex on each other?
No, I just jacked him off
with
my hand.
And did he perform oral sex on you?
Yes, he did.
And did you have a climax?
Yes, I did.
And did you climax in his mouth?
Yes, I did.
And
at his request.
At his request.
Yeah, because we were doing this for quite some time. He even got up during this time and took a drink, kind of stood there and looked at me, and then came back, laid on top of me and hugged me, and then went back to the same position and told me, you know,
okay,
I want you to have an orgasm. Can you do it?
Okay, now you say you spent some time with him that afternoon. About how long were you there?
Approximately 2.5 hours.
Okay, and did you have sex more than once that afternoon?
No.
So it was just kind of like one time for a length of time?
Yes.
Okay, and after you had finished, what took place then?
He told me to go shower. Got in and started showering. He joined me in the shower.
Okay.
And we showered. I got out and got dressed, and my pile of clothes on the floor was 4 $50 bills. So
for a total of how much?
$200.
And what did you say?
I picked up the money and I said thank you, and told me to give him a call. I remember he said Tuesday.
Alan Bear, 5 days later, the following Tuesday. Now we're in the September.
Yeah.
And what did you ask him over the phone?
He just said, did you get together? And he said, yes. Do you have the way here? And I said, no. I called him from my house in Council Bluffs. Where would it be good to meet you? I told him that there's a gas station located on 35th and 9th Avenue, which is approximately 4 blocks from my house.
Okay. And
he said, give him an hour. And I walked over and met him there.
Okay. And what was the reason for you to call him again?
For money.
Okay. Did you already go through that $200 that you got?
No, I didn't. I had only went through a small amount of it.
Okay.
When
So
I
you
lived at home, it was very hard to spend money, and I just questioned a lot.
Okay. So then, what type of gas station was that you met Alan Bear?
Vickers.
And do you remember where that Vickers was located?
35th, 36th and 9th Avenue. It's no longer called Vickers. It's called Sunshine Mini Mart, I believe.
Okay. And did he in fact show up about an hour later?
Yes.
And what time of the day was that?
That was at about 3:30.
Okay. And what kind of vehicle was Alan Bear driving when he picked you up?
A black Blazer.
Okay.
The same car that, I believe, the same car that my friend Rod was driving when I first met Alan Bear.
Okay, and that's Rod?
Rod Fire.
Okay. And so he picked you up. Was he alone?
Yes, he was.
And where did you go?
We drove to Twin Towers.
Okay, and went back to the same apartment as you met the week before?
Yes.
And what happened when you got there?
When I got in the car, we got on the interstate, and he told me to take out my penis.
Okay. And did you?
Yes.
Did you pull your pants down?
No, I just took it out.
Okay.
And he just started playing with it.
Which hand?
Have to be his right because he was driving.
Okay, so he kept one hand on the wheel and one hand on your penis.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have an orgasm?
No.
Okay. And did he play with your penis the whole trip to the Twin Towers?
Yes, he did.
And what happened when you arrived at the Twin Towers?
He told me that, he did not really tell me anything that was obvious that we were going out there.
So you zipped up
Yeah.
and you went up to his apartment?
Yes.
Okay, and was there anybody else there when you got up there?
No, there wasn't. But there was somebody leaving. I just recall this, that I believe he knew because he spoke with him momentarily as I held the elevator door.
Okay, and
it was a young guy, approximately my age at the time. And they spoke and we got on the elevator.
Okay, and you've seen this individual come out of his apartment?
No. I seen the individual come from downstairs.
Oh, okay.
And getting off the elevator as we were getting on.
And you didn't know that person at that time?
No.
Did you later on learn who that person was?
Yes, the person's name was Jim.
Jim?
Jim is all I know.
Okay, and do you remember what he looked like?
Yes, Jim was red hair. Red hair, howdy-doody type looking guy.
Okay.
Really stupid looking eye.
Okay, and did you in fact see Jim later on as the time went on, the months went on?
Later on, as I would come in, I would see Jim leaving. Once when I came in, Jim was showering.
Okay, and did you further learn any more of Jim's identity?
No, I did know Jim's name, but I cannot think of it. It's something like McCauley, something like that.
Okay, if in fact you think of it later on, just interrupt and tell me.
Okay.
Do you know where he went to school?
I believe Jim went to Central.
Okay, and what year did he graduate?
I don't know. I really don't know Jim's age.
Okay, approximately about the same age as yourself.
Yes.
Okay, and now, just for my own recollection here, this is still before Larry King, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now this is the second encounter with Alan Bear. You're up at his apartment a week later. What happened?
We got inside, and he started kissing me dressed, and he undressed me, took my pants off of me.
And what room did that occur in?
That occurred in there was only one room in this place.
Okay, now is this the same apartment as the week before?
Yes, this is.
Okay, and so he started kissing you when you got into your apartment.
His apartment.
And you started to undress.
He started to undress me.
Okay, and did he in fact dress you?
Yes, he undressed me. I still had my shirt remained on me, but my pants were dropped down to my ankles.
Okay, so you still had your shoes on?
I still had my shoes on.
Okay, and your shorts were pulled down?
Yes, they were.
And was he dressed or undressed?
He was dressed in a suit.
Okay.
And he dropped down and performed oral sex on me.
Okay. Did you have an orgasm?
Yes.
And what happened after that point?
We got completely undressed.
Okay.
And he wanted to try something new. He wanted to try anal sex.
Okay.
Which I didn't really want to.
Okay, and did you do that? What room did you do that?
Oh, that was in the bedroom.
Okay. So did he perform oral sex on you in the bedroom or in the hallway?
No, we came into the hallway,
Yes.
into the bed part. There was only like a little hallway short.
Okay.
You know, it's just a little hallway.
Okay. And so did he ask you if he could perform oral sex on you, or did
No.
you just assume?
He just did it. He, you know, I stood there. He undid my belt, unzipped me, pulled my pants down, got down on his knees in his suit, his tie still on,
Okay.
and did it.
What color suit was he wearing?
Black,
And what color tie was he wearing?
purple.
And what color shirt was he
I
wearing?
do not remember.
Okay. And so after he performs oral sex on you, you have an orgasm. Then he asks you if that he asks you if you want to perform anal sex.
Yes. And I said, no, I did say not really. But we did. He started to put it in.
And what did he say when you said not really?
He'll be gentle. It feels good. And he proceeded to explain to me about a prostate gland that's located inside me and how it would make me feel good.
Okay. And did he use any kind of lubricant?
No, we did not actually go with it.
Okay. Did you
We didn't
perform
end up
anal
doing
sex
it.
on him, or did he perform anal sex on you?
He wanted to perform it on me. He got where he wanted to start. I think at that time he enjoyed talking about it and acting it out more than actually doing it. So
Okay.
he did not actually perform it on me.
Okay. Did he, in fact, lay you down on the bed then?
No, he had me reach over the bar on the treadmill, not like in front of the treadmill.
Okay. Now we haven't talked about the treadmill. Did he have a treadmill in his bedroom?
Okay, you come in and there's a hall. His bed is there, and in front of his bed is the treadmill.
Okay.
And then off to the left is a sink and a cabinet.
Okay. And so he had you grab the treadmill?
Yes, from the front.
And
Not
then,
standing on the treadmill like,
okay, and did you bend over?
yes,
So you're not on the bed,
no.
okay? And is Alan, is he on the bed or is he standing up?
He's standing behind me.
Okay. And then what happened?
He started rubbing his penis between my cheeks.
Okay.
And actually inserting me anyway.
He did insert
No,
himself.
I'm not actually inserting anyone.
Okay, just rubbing you.
Yeah, just rubbing between me.
Okay, and was he in fact trying to penetrate you?
It felt like he was. He was talking about it, you know, and saying how it was going to feel, but he never actually went inside me.
Okay.
And I think that might have been because he had an orgasm all over my back.
Okay. Early on?
No, after he started doing that.
Okay, and what happened after that?
We got dressed. We went and showered, and together he washed me and then kind of like played around with his pinky and one of his fingers and my
In your
rectal area.
okay.
And we showered. And then
Go ahead.
And then this time, we came out and he got dressed and I got dressed. And, I was kind of wondering what was going on. I had no money. And then this time he gave me $300.
Okay, now, how long were you there this second time?
I would say an hour.
So now you're there 1 hour.
Yeah.
He performs oral sex on you. Then he performs somewhat antiquated session of anal sex with you, and then he gives you $300. Is that right?
Yes.
And you were there about an hour.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back just 1 second. Describe the bedroom and what color are the walls. And
Okay, I would say the walls were white. There was a balcony. The hallway would come in through the front door, and off to the left is the bathroom. Before the bathroom is like a little changing area. Then there's a hallway that is not too long. Right out of the hallway sits the bed. In front of the bed is the treadmill. To the right of the bed is the balcony.
would you be able to draw me a diagram later on of
Yes.
how it sits right?
Yes.
Okay, Alan Bear.
Short, tan, slim. grayish, black hair, wrinkles, real tan.
Okay. Wore glasses?
He wore glasses to read and, you know, write and make phone calls with.
All right, now we want to...
I received a call February 5th, 1984. It was my mother's birthday.
Is that how you recall that date?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
We were opening gifts.
Okay.
Alan wants me to get some stuff together, and he wants me to leave.
Leave where?
He wants me to go to Des Moines with him.
And how are you going to go to Des Moines?
We drove in a, I believe it was a rented Mercedes.
What color?
Tan.
And where was it rented from?
I believe it was rented because I kind of got to know a lot of things about him, and he always had that laser, so I assume it was rented. Perhaps he owns it.
Okay. And then, in fact, did you go to Des Moines?
Yes. He picked me up.
Where?
At Vickers gas station on 36th and 9th Avenue, now known as the Sunshine Mini Mart.
Okay. And what time of the day?
This was approximately 6 o'clock in the evening, maybe even 7.
Okay, and what was the purpose of going to Des Moines?
He had business there. I do not know what his business was, but he had business.
Okay. And so you get to Des Moines about what time?
He picks me up at Vickers gas station with another party.
And who was the other party?
A kid named Sean, approximately 12, 13 years old.
Is Sean the boy that's now living with Danny?
No.
Okay.
No connection at all.
Do you know, later on, do you know what Sean's last name is?
No.
Okay, do you know anything about Sean?
No. No, I don't even know where he came from, where I ever met him. I abandoned him at the motel. I couldn't stand for it.
You done what?
I couldn't stand for it. He wasn't giving me any money. I was out in Des Moines. Okay, we got to Des Moines.
Okay.
We checked into the Hotel Savory.
Where's that located at?
Downtown Des Moines, I believe.
Okay.
We got there, we checked in, and we went. We got a room, single
All
room.
three of you?
Yes, in the same room.
What room was that, do you remember?
You know,
And how did he pay for that room?
I do not know.
Were you standing there when he checked in?
No, I was not. He checked in. I got the key. I can't remember the room, and went up by myself with the kid. Went with the kid.
Okay, and how did you know he was 11 or?
I'm assuming by
Okay.
how small he didn't talk very much. When he did, it was very immature.
Did you ask him where he went to school by any chance?
No, we didn't really talk at all. I really didn't know what to say to the kid. It was my first involvement in something like that. I just wasn't, I didn't really even want to know. I just preferred it.
Okay, was it a suite?
No, it was a single room. I slept on the floor.
And what happened there?
We, had some orange juice and stuff. I think we had some beers. And watched a little TV. I remember watching a movie. Ellen laid on the bed with the kid. I laid down on the floor, and I fell asleep.
Did Alan have sex with this boy?
I know that he did, but at that time I didn't know. I knew it was going to happen, but I fell asleep on the floor.
Okay.
And he woke me up at about 6 and had me shower with him. And then he gave me like $200, and I was to take Sean to get his hair cut. I took a cab to Richmond Gorman and picked him up some jeans and stuff, and blew a bunch of it myself, and stupid stuff.
This is your $200.
No, this is what he gave me before he left. He went to a meeting, some sort of convention. Never know. And I took Sean. We went and got just did stuff, got his hair cut.
Did Sean make any statements to you?
No, we just talked, how's it going? Didn't really know what to say. We didn't talk much. He got kind of happy when we went in. I bought him a gun too, a silver cap, and real kind of deluxe. Paid like $7 for it.
Did he make any mention of the sex that he had with Alan?
No, he did not. He did not. I didn't even ask. I didn't really want to know.
Okay. And then, so you went and...
Then we came back and we ate again and we walked downstairs in the lobby. Then we went swimming.
Okay, how did you get back from
we took a taxi. I took a taxi and I remember the whole trip was like $60. Because we played games, and...
Video games?
Yeah. And we went shopping and the whole time the cab driver waited. This is, meter running. I remember the fare was like $58. And it ended up being, but I wanted him around because I had no idea where I was going. And he, stayed. I had the money.
Okay, and
it was really easy to spend.
You remember the name of the cab company?
I'm gonna say Checker.
Okay, all right. And okay, so you do all that, and you come back to the hotel. Then what happens?
We ate lunch, we went swimming for a while, and we came up from swimming. Alan comes home, he has some vodka, big thing of vodka, and we ordered up some orange juice, and we weren't really hungry, but I think he got some snacks anyway, like some crackers and stuff, and ordered us, I guess I'll say, ordered us to get undressed, and we got undressed, and he laid in the middle, I laid on one side, and Sean laid on the other. And he kind of just, fondled us watching a movie for 2.5 hours probably.
Were you watching, what kind of a movie? Was it like a Western or?
No, it was a movie.
It wasn't an X-rated movie?
No. I'm going to say like 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay, something along that.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Alan's laying in the middle.
Yeah.
You're laying on one side. Sean's laying on the other side. And is anybody performing oral sex on anybody?
He did on the child. He did on me. He didn't make us do anything. I did, kind of play with the kid's balls, but he didn't order me. He just kind of moved my hand.
And did the kid try to resist?
No, he did not.
Okay, so how long does this go on?
About 2.5 hours. And then he told me to go take a swim.
By yourself?
Yeah. And I didn't want to. And he was kind of upset that all that money was gone and he had given me during the day. And so he gave me like $20, and I went down and I kind of walked around downtown Des Moines for a while, and then I ended up going.
So you didn't go swimming? You went.
I ended up going ahead and going swimming.
Okay. And then you went downtown?
Yeah. No, I went downtown first, walked around, then I came back and did go swimming.
What time of the day is all this?
Oh, this is about probably 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I went, did go swimming. I came up. I'd been gone for about an hour and a half, knocked on the door, knocked on the door. No answer. I heard the TV, I couldn't hear much more than that. And I left and I was, walked around the motel. I kind of sat in the lobby. I tried to get this guy to find me a couple of drinks. So I didn't really spend the money, but he wouldn't go for it. Went back up, it was about an hour later, and I knocked, and he opened the door up. I believe he was naked or in a robe, and Sean was asleep on the bed.
Okay.
And I went to sleep, so did he. And he went to sleep first, and I lay awake with the TV kind of turned towards me, sitting on the floor watching it. He went to sleep holding Sean. Sean was still naked asleep on the bed. And I fell asleep, and he woke me up. No,
Okay.
not ready to.
All right, go ahead.
I seen him in about, I think it was about May, and I seen him in a bar, you know, at the Max. And he was...
You just bumped into him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he seen me, you know, we went to the Twin Towers, and I spent like 2 days with him, just kicking back. During the time, you know, the same deal with the, you know, the 69 position that, you know, that was always the same.
Riding the treadmill?
Yeah, ran on the treadmill. This time he had me do push-ups naked, like he kind of held my balls, you know, kind of held them in his hand. Like,
So he bent over you while you did
yeah, and had me do push-ups. That's about the only thing different sexually that happened was the push-ups.
Okay, and so he had taken you from the Max.
Yeah.
And what kind of car was he driving this time?
Black Laser.
Okay, same car, okay. And you spent 2 or 3 days there.
Yeah.
Anybody else there?
No, but a person came by, spoke with him for a while, a younger guy, about 16 or 17, and they talked in the bathroom. They were in the bathroom for about 20 minutes. I think that he might have given him a blowjob, you know, in the bathroom, because the bathroom door was shut, and then the kid came out and left, and then, you know.
Did you ever learn who he was?
No.
Never seen him?
Never even seen him again. Not even around.
Okay.
Real short kid.
All right, so over that 2 or 3 day period, now you had sex with him several occasions.
Yeah, I'd say about 6. Slept with him, you know, which I hated more than anything. You know, he slept holding me. I didn't like that. I don't like on me, you know, sleeping with him where I get some, you know, sanctioned community around with him. Yeah. But, you know...
Did you have anal sex with him there?
No.
Did you ever perform anal sex on him?
Yeah, I did. But this comes later.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
And, you know, we laid around, and, you know, then, I believe it was like a Monday came in May, and I was there for about 2 days, I'm going to say 2 or 3 days, and we came, you know, we drank and sat around, and then Monday, I believe it was Monday, you know, he's like, you're going to have to grab a cab, you know, and I'm like, thinking, you know, lay it on me, you know, I'm thinking, envelope, I got $40 for 2 days. But he did say that time, you know, that didn't have that much cash at hand, you know, take care of you later, you know, this will get you home, you know, like,
okay.
Just money for a cab, and I'm like, you know, I mean, I was going to piss off some of the things when I left there.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I only did it for...
Okay. But that time you didn't get hardly nothing.
No, nothing.
Just
I
enough to
stayed
get you
there
home.
2 days.
Okay.
And then I didn't see him for a long time. Okay, back up. With a, you know, holding myself hard, and then he put this kind of ring on me. You know, hurt.
Like a cock ring?
Nice, it's gone.
Okay.
Then he had me put this like leather thing on where my penis stuck out only. He comes up and see my friend Wayne. He's gay. You know, I don't know if Wayne is. I think Wayne was kind of bisexual. You know, we were friends. Wayne and I never had any kind of contact. I never had any contact with anybody. You know, my friend. You know, my own age or anything. Black man comes up and grabs me. And, you know, by the crotch.
And where were you inside the Max?
I was standing at the bar.
Which bar?
Back then they only had, I mean, it was just in the development stages. It was like, you go in the door and there's just like a long bar. It's kind of U-shaped.
Okay, and now we're in what year?
We're in July of '84.
Okay, go ahead.
And he grabs me and, you know, wanted me to go out to dinner. And,
who wanted you to go out to dinner?
This black guy.
And who did that black guy later on turn out to be?
Larry King.
Okay, and were you introduced to him by Alan Bear as Larry King?
No, I was never introduced to him by Alan Bear. He knew because Alan Bear had circulated my picture to him. That's how he knew who I was. I mean, the pictures were very clear, you know, they were me. I even had close-ups of my face to them, which I didn't like. And there were a couple he took just in my face, not even on my cock.
So Larry King just walked up to you?
Just walked up and,
come in from
said
behind
something
you?
like, no, I was like standing at the bar, like kind of like this, and the bar's behind me, was talking away, and just kind of comes around and just, grabs me, not hard, just grabs me and, kind of looks at me like, and then he kind of like gets close to me, rubs it up against me, and he's like, I've heard good things about you, or something like that, and then,
Were you drinking?
Yes, it was.
And what were you drinking?
I was drinking, I believe, Corona with wine. They let a lot of minors in. Like a normal male and female would, didn't force me to do anything. And then wanted me to move out to the Travel Lodge. 48th and Dodge.
Okay.
And
that was kind of a letdown going from the Red Lion into the Travel Lodge.
yeah, but I was going to be by myself, and I kind of like that. And
you were going to live there?
Yeah, he got me into the Travel Lodge. He took care of it. At this time, he used credit cards. He used one, but I noticed that he had two that were in a totally different name. I do not remember the name.
I mean, it was like an American Express?
Yeah, but see, they weren't Chuck. And I still at this time thought his name was Chuck.
And what name do you remember?
I don't remember. But I remember seeing it, I'm like, that's not Chuck, this. But it wasn't Larry either,
Okay.
It was like, something organic. And I'd like to see a picture in here, because he might have. It was a guy.
Would drop by, what would happen?
We'd, perform oral sex on each other, and, he started kind of breaking in my rectal area, I guess.
Now, is he ejaculating in your mouth?
No.
You won't do that?
No,
I
I asked not to. One time he did. And it really upset me. But after a while, I felt more comfortable with it. Like, I got upset and I didn't know. I'm like, I'm not into that. He's like, I'm really sorry. It was tacky. It was really excited me. I didn't like it at all.
Did he make you come in his mouth?
Sometimes. Another thing I forgot to tell her when he came, he had me urinate on him in the bathtub and he drank.
You urinated on him?
I urinated on Larry King and he drank my urine sitting in the bathtub at the Travel Lodge.
And what year is this?
This is August of 1984.
So, Larry King was in the golden showers.
I don't know.
Have you ever heard of that term?
I've never heard it.
Did that occur more than one occasion?
Not that I had to do it to him, but it occurred later on, towards the end of my whole ordeal with these guys.
Okay. Well, I'll have you come into that. All right. Go ahead.
Now, he came by.
Wait a minute. Now, during these encounters, during this 3 weeks, Larry King performed anal sex on you?
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm getting into that.
Okay.
He hasn't yet.
This is during this 3-week period that you're at
the
Travel Lodge?
And it does happen. We're in August.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say the end of August. I'm going to have to say the end of August, beginning of September was my duration at Travel Lodge. He'd given me the money. I'd spent it. He came by. I'm going to say 5 days later.
Okay.
He got together with me. Wanted me to run across the street. Right across the street is a store called M&H. It's a convenient food store. He wanted me to run across the street and buy something and wanted me to use some of the money. And I explained to him that I only had about $20 left.
Okay, what street is that on?
That's on, I'm going to say 48th and Dodge. I believe that's the location of Travel Lodge.
Okay.
He wanted me to run across the street and grab some orange juice. I'm going to say orange juice. And told him, I'd only orange juice and something else. And I only had but I had more. I had I think $30, but I didn't want to use it because I thought, he's not going to give me any more. And he spent it all, I explained to him that I bought clothes and everything, and he didn't get angry. He was like, oh, is that so? went and got a $100 bill out of his wallet and gave it to me. I went over and got what he needed.
Okay, and what did he want?
I'm going to say orange juice and a newspaper.
Oh, okay, just some incidentals.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, go ahead.
And then we came back, I came back, and this is the night, he just kind of went wild on me. He wanted to perform anal sex on me. I didn't like the idea. He said, be very generous. He said, I just wouldn't try that. It just wouldn't work out. And he's like, I'll be very gentle, and, if you want to stop at any time, just tell me and I'll stop. And, I put it in and I said, stop. I'm like, oh, and he just grabbed me and just, grabbed it.
Did he have an orgasm?
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
Did you bleed?
Yes, I did. I bled quite a bit.
And what did he say?
He did use a condom when he did it, but it was like an unlubricated one. He used no lubrication whatsoever. I don't know if
he did. Did you carry any Vaseline or any lubricant?
No, because this was my first anal sex encounter.
Okay. Just so I recollect here, Alan Bear introduced you to oral sex, is that correct?
Yes.
And Larry King introduced you to anal sex.
Yes.
With the exception of the one encounter that you had in the early stages with Alan Bear.
But there was no entry.
But there was no entry. Okay, go ahead.
And,
Did you cry?
Yeah, I'm not really much of a crier. I don't know, maybe it's something psychological, I don't know, but, I got very angry, real mad, I had tears coming out of my eyes. It hurt so bad because he was a big guy. Or maybe he wasn't, I'm going to say he was.
Okay. So you're saying you might have cried, you might not have?
I just got angry, had tears in my eyes. I won't say I broke down and cried, I didn't do that. I had experienced pain that caused my eyes to... I'm going to say I was angry, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't associate with the feeling of crying too well.
Okay.
And, he went at it.
Were you scared?
God, I was scared. I was hurting.
Did you feel that maybe he might hurt you if you didn't give in?
At that time, I was thinking, I really want out of this, And then afterwards, he just went on for about 3 minutes. Then he stopped, and told me to go get a cold washcloth on it, And I looked down at his condom, and I knew about it, and I vomited because his condom was just like covered with, flesh and stuff. It looked like it. I just got sick. I got really sick, and I just...
You had to take his condom out of you?
No. When I looked at his condom as he pulled away from me, it was just,
Okay.
And it upset me, and I, did the cold towel thing, and I got a hold of me. He picked me up. We went and rented me an apartment.
Where did he rent you this apartment?
301 North 30th. On North 34th, directly 5 blocks directly straight down from Mutual of Omaha.
Okay.
Going north.
And whose name did he rent that in?
I do not know, but I know my rent was paid almost, I guess, a year in advance.
And who had signed the lease?
I do not know.
Okay, and
it was a furnished apartment. The landlord's name was Mrs. Tice. Do you remember that?
Did you have a phone there?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember your phone number?
No, but I can obtain more information.
Okay. Go ahead.
We rented an apartment there. It was a furnished apartment. And he brought me a television set.
Who brought you a television?
Larry King brought me a television set, and he brought me a stereo boombox. And I seen him about weekly.
For the purpose of?
Sex.
Now, are you having anal sex as well as oral sex?
I'm more involved with anal sex now.
Okay. And you're not as defensive about anal sex at this period?
Yes, I am, but I'm not showing it as much.
Okay. And what was the reason?
I'm not showing it at all.
And what was the reason for that? For the money?
Sometimes none, because there was a time when I had almost $1,800 accumulated. I mean, I had a stock refrigerator of food which we bought. My bills were paid. Everything was paid. I did nothing but party and have fun, and I still didn't. I had clothes that we bought.
Okay, and in what time period? What year is this again?
This is December of 1984.
Okay, now are you still seeing Alan Bear?
I was invited to a second party.
And where was that party at?
This party was at the Twin Towers, about 2 to 3 doors down from Alan Bear's apartment.
Okay, and who was the tenant at that apartment?
I do not know who the tenant was, but there was a guy there by the name of Jeff. He was there again. He was also at the Brandeis party.
Okay, was there ever a party by the name of Alfie that had the apartment?
I do not know.
Okay.
There is an Alfie that I do know that I know. This Alfie I know is black.
Yes.
But he was not there at this time.
Okay, go ahead.
We went there, and when we got in, we were let in by Jeff, who I think also might have been maybe some sort of security. He had drugs. They were a mirror tray laying out with 7.5 grams, I'd estimate,
Grams of
cocaine.
Okay.
And, they were doing that, and I was shocked when I walked in. There was a kid, I would say about 15 years old, out in the middle of the room. One guy was standing in front of him. He was bent over, and the other guy was like reaching under him, playing with his nipples, while a guy whom Jeff told me was a police officer shoving beads up his rectum.
The police officer was shoving beads up his rectum?
Yes.
And
Jeff told me that the man shoving the beads was a police officer.
And what was Jeff's last name?
I do not know.
Okay, and describe Jeff.
Jeff is blonde. He is kind of short. He looks, he dresses fairly nice in nice suits. I mean, he had very expensive shoes on. I noticed him. I noticed the type of shoe. Very well dressed. Small, real funny. Real funny. He was making jokes. Bluish kind of gray eyes. And
do you know where he went to school?
No, I do not. Jeff was older, I'd say in the 30s.
Identified a party that that we know as P.J. Morgan. You had picked out that individual.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We were shoving beads. Larry King was also here. He came in, and we drank and did cocaine. I didn't do much. He turned me on to it, Larry King did. Not at this party, at the one at the Brandeis. But he is the one that turned me on to it for the first time, and I was not as afraid to, so I did a little more than I did the time before, and, it was all right. And we stayed for a while, and the guy who supposedly was a police officer started masturbating and took out the beads and had an orgasm between the kids' butt cheeks. And at this time, the kid, didn't act like he was suffering. He was, involved in it. I don't know. They paid him. He didn't stay too long. And I went home. 1985. I'm going to say 12th of August. Remember none of my dates, or I can't swear or anything except death.
Okay. let's just back up for a second. When did you meet Alicia Owens?
I met Alicia Owen in about, let's say February, March, '84.
Okay. And during that time, did you two become pretty good friends?
Yeah, real good friends.
And where did she go to school?
Central, and she also went to another school, I believe. Might have just been Central. I thought she went to another school up in Benson.
Okay.
I mean, up in Dundee area, like Dundee High or something.
Okay. Now you became. Did you become romantically involved at one time with Alicia?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay. And she, in fact, lost her virginity for you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or as best you know?
To the best to my knowledge, that's what I was told.
Okay. And she, in fact, did you tell her at some time during all these years that did you introduce her to Bob Wadman?
Through a roundabout way, yes.
Okay, just briefly, what's this roundabout way?
Well, you know, she had met Larry before she'd met Bob, and I was kind of asked by Bob, and we all got together. There was Alicia and I, Robert Wadman, and Larry King, a black guy, another black guy, I believe by the name of Robinson, Michael Robinson.
What's he do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And we got together and we talked, and you know, I guess my roundabout way is kind of like, you know, I was asked to do it.
Asked by?
Larry King.
To do what?
To introduce, you know, have Alicia come over.
To where?
To an office at the Woodland Tower.
Okay, and whose office was that?
You know, there was also a party there later at the Woodland Tower, which I'm getting to.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I want to stay with this before we shift to the party.
Okay, you know, we talked, had some drinks, you know, she had some drinks, she having fun. Her and Mr. Wadman, Bob Wadman, left. I don't exactly know what happened.
What time period again is this now?
This is, well, see, it's after the party.
I mean, what time of the year?
Oh, we're talking about October of '85.
Okay, go ahead.
And they left, and I, you know, stayed with Alicia. We didn't really discuss much of it. She really, you know, I don't know the state of view, but we shouldn't talk about it with me. And but I do know, you know, she started seeing him on a regular basis.
Okay.
And I
Did she ever tell you that he made her perform oral sex on him?
Yeah, she did. And one time she did when I was present. I was not present. I was off in another room, but I was present.
Okay, and what did she tell you? I mean, what did she tell you?
Oh, that he showed her, you know, how to do it.
How to do what?
How to have oral sex.
And was that at a party?
Yeah, I believe it was, but it was a party that I did not attend.
Okay.
You know, I mean, he did that with her quite a bit before, you know, I was around when it happened one time.
Okay, go ahead.
He just told me, you know, that she...
How did you know Bob Wadman was a police chief?
I was told, I heard it through conversation and things.
Okay, and did you in fact get to know Bob Wadman?
Fairly well. You know, it's kind of just a guy, you know, that everyone liked, I guess.
first name basis? Did you know him on a first name basis?
I know I didn't. I didn't know him as Bob Weidman, and in fact, you know, when I did hear, you know, a lot of what I heard about him being a police chief was kind of like, you know, pieced together. I, you know, heard parts of things, you know, and kind of came up with the deal myself.
Did you ever, in fact, ever check to see that he was a police chief?
I did not know that Bob Weidman was a police chief for sure until this past year.
Okay.
And that just happened to be, I saw it on the news, I heard of the scandal, and I just, you know, I knew it was him. I saw it on my mouth.
This was this year in 1989?
Yeah. What, about, I'm saying 7 months ago, maybe as much as, you know, 9 months ago.
So you knew he did something wrong and didn't you?
Oh, when I saw him on the news, and I knew. I mean, you know, I thought, you know, I said to myself, I was sitting, you know, I mean, I just happened to see his face on television, and I, you know, said to myself, you know, I didn't even know the extent of it, you know. And I kind of kept it to myself and just went on with my life.
There was
about it.
You never thought about coming forward at that
Not
time?
in any way at all. Did the thought even come to my mind?
And why was that?
You know, I mean, he's a very powerful man. He's a lot of connections. You know, I mean, something like that could get a person killed.
Okay.
Coming forward for something like that. So I did it just basically out of fear, you know.
Okay. And we'll cover more about Alicia later, but basically, Weidman was seeing her for over a period of time.
Yeah, I'm going to even say, you know, I'm going to say as much as maybe 2 years, maybe 2.5. I don't think that long.
All right. Okay, let's go to this party now, and give me the date and year, please.
I'm going to say August of 85. A middle of the month, somewhere between the 8th, I'll say the 21st, to give you the date. This was a party. This is when Danny still denied, you know, that he's not involved. Well, it just so happens he was going to be at the same party that I was going to be.
Okay, what rings a bell with you about August of 85?
I was forced to have sex with my friend. Sex with my best friend.
And who is that?
Something like that. Danny King.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
You know, I don't have an exact date.
Okay.
But, you know,
you're on target as far as the month.
Yeah, I know August. I know for sure now because I thought about it.
Okay, go ahead.
And you know, Danny's denying having any involvement, but, you know, just so happens I'm going to this party, and he is too.
What party?
A party at the Woodman Tower, at like a big ballroom, way up, you know, had to be one of the top floors.
Okay, and who's having this party?
I'm not sure who was having the party, but this is a party where a good 150 people attended, women, men, and, you know, teenagers.
Suits, ties?
Suits, and, you know, it wasn't a black tie party, but it was suits and ties.
Dress up?
Yeah, you know,
okay.
Suits and ties,
yeah.
Jeans and T-shirts, sweats, you know, it's just like, you know, come as you are type.
Okay.
We're all here together.
And who do you know hosted that party?
I do not know who hosted it, but there was 3 black men. One had glasses, and the other were just, you know, black, normal-looking black men. And they were in tuxedos.
Okay.
Bill, I'm going to say Bill, that's as close as I can come. I know that this Bill guy, you know, had quite a bit of money. He was like the best dressed guy there. And he was the one kind of seeing everybody, and everybody was saying hi to him. You know, I mean, everybody was kind of going out of their way to make contact with him. I assumed he was having the party because I was trying to, you know, Danny and I were there together now. We were just wondering, you know, because it was one of our biggest, you know, things. and it was, nice, champagne, drinks, anything.
Okay. How old are you now?
I'm 22.
No, I mean, how old were you then?
I'm 18 still.
Okay, and Danny is...
16.
And was Alicia Owens there?
No, she was not.
Okay. Any other kids that you can recollect?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I did see, a couple. I've seen, there were probably about 4 that were my age, but I did not know. It was, we didn't know them, We kind of just tried to hang together. And I know this guy was a good friend of everybody's. He was, had a purple suit on, purplish kind of suit on. I recognized it as a Giorgio Armani, which is like a $3,000 suit. That's all I know about that. We sat around and we had some drinks, and partied a little bit. We went out onto like a terrace type thing, but it wasn't outside, but it kind of was an outsider's atmosphere, and smoked a joint. And Larry came and got Danny and I together. We went about 7, 8 floors down, and we went into an office where 2 men, one I'd say about 20, the other 26, 27, were having sex.
And who were those men?
The guy on the bottom's name was Russell. Berry, I believe it was Russell Berry.
And what does he do for a living?
I believe he's a photographer. Yeah.
Okay.
And they were having sex.
And who was the other guy?
Larry King.
Okay.
And I do not know the other guy's name.
All right. Is Russell black or white?
Russell's white.
Okay, go ahead.
Both men were white. And
well, you have Russell Berry, Larry King.
I mean, the men having sex on the table, both men were white, and they were having sex on the desk. They were,
so there's 3 people in the room. Larry King, Russell Berry.
No. There's Larry King, Russell Berry, the guy having sex with Russell Berry.
And who's that?
Danny, I do not know.
Okay.
Danny, me, and another white guy.
Okay, so there's 6.
The white guy was real big. I believe the white guy's name is Danny.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's in.
What did he look like?
Big. He was taller than me. Real blue eyes, and he had a really, really deep voice. He was just big. Big, tall, and big. He was kind of dressed out of date for the occasion that was there. And they were there, and Danny started taking off his pants. Danny took off his shoes. Larry started getting dressed. First, when we first walked in, they were actually having sex. He was in the other guy, having sex with him. And Larry King went over and kind of messed with his butt a little bit, pinched him on the butt, and they kept going. The guy on the butt made some kind of, quirkish remark, something kind of funny. Then they came back, and Danny was taking off his shoes. Larry started taking off his clothes. Danny and I were starting to get undressed, and Danny was kind of weird about this. He's nudging me because Danny, I don't know. I think maybe Danny was with Alan, maybe. With Alan, I think this is Danny's first encounter with Mr. Larry King. So we got undressed, and we're sitting there, and
you and Danny.
Me and Danny are sitting on a couch, naked. It was a black leather couch, and we're sitting there, kind of looking at each other, and Danny takes all his clothes but his shirt off. Larry just drops his pants down to his shoes, and instructs me to start jacking Danny off. Danny did the same to me, and we're kind of weirded out about it. And I just kind of. Number 4 was about in April. No, it was a little longer. Beginning of May, which is shortly after.
Okay.
And I went with $4,000. I bought $4,000 of cocaine.
Okay, and what airline?
I flew out of American.
Okay, and did you go direct?
No, there was a stopover in Denver. No, it was a stopover in Dallas Fort Worth.
So you went from where to where to where?
I went from Omaha to Dallas Fort Worth, like an hour, and then a big plane from Dallas to Los Angeles.
All right, did anybody go with you?
Alicia Owen.
Okay, and why did Alicia go with you?
I asked her to come.
Okay, so you wanted company.
Yeah, I asked her to come.
Okay, did Alan Baird know that she was going to go?
No, I paid for a ticket on my own money.
Okay, and
I paid for the room myself.
Okay, and how much money did Alan Baird give you?
$4,000.
And what about the expenses? I mean,
I had approximately $5,200, $5,300.
Okay, so $4,000 was to go for the purchase of drugs, and the other $1,200-1,300 was for your expenses.
Yep.
And how did you put together that transaction with Alan Baird?
I went to Manhattan Beach. We took a shuttle.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let's back up. Before you left Omaha to go to California, where did you make this arrangement with Alan to do this?
Okay, Larry King. Alan and I really hadn't had too much going on. But Larry King instructed me to get with Alan.
Okay, and where did you meet Alan at?
At Twin Towers.
And was that the same day of the flight, or a day or two prior?
That was about a week and 3 days. Week, maybe just a week. It was a good amount of time.
Prior?
Yeah.
And at that time, when did he give you the money?
He gave me the money. I left from his place. I went by, and where she was staying, she was kind of, I'll go. Fine. And she didn't know. It was spur for her.
Okay, let me back up here. When you went to Alan's apartment to talk about the business transaction, is that when he gave you the money, the $5,200?
No, I got that. I left from his apartment to the airport. I had like an hour and 20 minutes before my flight left. Actually, I had to be there an hour early.
Okay, all right, let me back up so I'm not confused here.
Yeah.
You had just told me that you got together with Alan Baird a week prior to make this business.
Yeah, but I didn't get no money.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get no money.
All right.
I had to go there like shortly before my flight left to get the money.
Okay. And did Alicia go with you?
Yes, she did.
To Alan's apartment?
No, I went by and got Alicia.
After you went to Alan?
After I left Alan's with all the money.
Okay.
I went by and got Alicia.
And where did you pick Alicia up at?
I picked her up over. She was staying with a friend named I don't know her name, Darlene, something like that.
Okay. And then you went to the airport.
Yes.
And you took them.
I picked up my ticket. It was already there. I paid for Alicia's ticket.
All right. And how did Alicia? What name did you use for her?
I believe she used her own.
Okay. And what name did you go by?
My own.
Okay. Any reason why you didn't change your name this time?
No. I think he just made it my name.
Okay. And did you? And how was that paid for?
It was there waiting for me.
Was it at the counter of American?
Oh, I know why, because I did have an ID there, and I had when I went to pick up my ticket, I remember I had to show who I was to get my ticket.
All right, did you go up to a travel agency, or did you go to the airline?
No, my ticket was there, like, passengers picking up tickets.
Okay, at the airline counter?
Yeah.
Okay,
and I said I wanted to purchase another one, and she didn't know, there were no seats side by side, so we were only separated till we got in the air, and then there were like 4 or 5 seats behind me, that were all empty. So then we
okay, and that was on American.
Yes.
And where did you fly to?
Dallas Fort Worth.
I mean, and then you ultimately ended up
in Los Angeles.
Okay, and where did you stay at when you got to LA?
I stayed at a little motel, like on the beach, real close to the Manhattan Pier.
Okay, and who arranged that hotel?
Alan did. I had to pay for that out of the money. But it was, it was like a dive, kind of starlight, nice because it's on the beach, but it's still,
okay.
It was like $30-40.
Okay, and how did you get there?
Took a shuttle.
Okay. And how long were you there?
I was there about 3 days.
Okay.
I was there for 2, doing nothing except sitting in the room.
Waiting?
Waiting, and I got a phone call, and the guy was only about, I took, probably 100 steps from my room, he's going right, kind of down the hall from the phone. I opened my head, he left the phone, and I popped my head out the door, and straight down. I didn't know it was him, and he just came in the room, laid it out. I wasn't that familiar with cocaine. Alan gave me some stuff like an advising bottle.
Okay.
And that was too, and he knew this guy could be trusted. But I was too pick through it. It didn't seem like that amount.
Okay.
For that much money, but I just had to, throw some in there. I didn't even have a spoon. I used something. I put it in the ashtray or something like that. And it turned pink.
Well, you said there was 12 people.
Right, so there were 12. It's about a 12-seater.
12-seater?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many people?
I think there might have been another kid on the flight, but I don't recall.
Okay, so it's you?
Let me see. It's me, Alicia, and Danny, Larry King.
Okay. A young kid?
And I think another kid.
Okay. That's 7 people?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and just take me through it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Danny and Alicia were set up with Larry King to go do some fucking shit. I don't know.
What does that
I don't know
mean?
the whole deal. I went with Larry King.
Okay, just where did you land?
And, we didn't land in Los Angeles. We landed, I want to say Pasadena.
Okay. So you land in Pasadena. Who gets off the plane?
I recall we all got off the plane.
Okay.
And, there were a white guy, big white guy, old. This guy was real nasty looking.
That met you at the plane?
That was there and took Danny and Alicia. And we followed them someplace later when they went to a house, a really nice house. And Larry King and I left.
Okay, now, wait a minute. We've only accounted for 4 people
Well,
here.
we had the 2 kids with us.
Okay, all right. So Danny and Alicia were taken by an older white man at the airport in Pasadena and taken to a house. Is that correct?
Yes.
And who arranged that?
It was Larry King's arrangement.
Were you around when that deal was put together?
No, it was not.
Okay, do you think that deal was put together in Omaha prior to... Did it look like it was already arranged?
Oh, the whole thing was arranged. It was prearranged. Totally.
Okay, and could you describe this older white male?
Fat, white, real fat. We're talking quad chin, real fat.
Okay.
Real fat, and he even had an odor to him. You don't wash your hair for a long time, you get that not wash your hair kind of smell.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that well, that smell there. I just didn't like it because he was, kind of short.
Say, was he a businessman type?
Yeah, I'd say he was a businessman.
Okay, and what kind of car did they leave in?
They left in a white car. I want to say Cadillac again, middle of Cadillac, whatever you want.
Okay.
And we left in a, what was it? Something kind of different. kind of a nicer kind of sports car. It was a rental car.
A sports car for everybody to get in?
No. Larry and I.
Well, where's the other two kids?
I mean, it was like, you know, they had a back seat, but it was kind of sleek and shit.
But you're all four together?
Yeah.
Okay, did you know what was going to happen to Danny and Alicia?
No, I did not. I mean, I didn't know in detail what they were going to do, but, you know, I knew they were going to be fucked.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
okay.
I knew that. I didn't know those friends singing.
Did Alicia try to talk to you, or Danny try to talk to you?
Neither one of them wanted to be there.
I understand that.
I mean, neither one of them wanted to be there to let me know, you know. I didn't want to fucking go along with this. You know,
did they have to be forced on the plane?
No. To my knowledge, they were on the plane when I got on there, you know, and I'm sitting in the back, you know, I sat way in the back, and, you know, they didn't want to go, they wanted me to, you know, try to, you know, pull, you know, like, let's just, you know, when you get there, let's just bail out, you know, you got any money, I only had like $400, you know.
Okay, did Alicia and Danny know where they were going?
No, they didn't, and I didn't either.
Okay.
And they wanted me to, you know, they wanted just to get out. And I'm like, you know, can't do it, you know.
They couldn't run from the plane.
Well, you know, they wanted me to, like, I think they needed me if I'd ran, they'd ran, but, you know, I just couldn't do it, you know. I didn't even really care at the time. You know, I was high, I didn't care.
Okay. So where did you and Larry go?
I don't remember.
What happened to the kids that were with you?
I don't know.
Is this about done here? I'm ready to call it. No, I just want to get through this and then
Yeah,
we'll call
see, I don't know what, you know, I don't know what this could have been. You know.
I mean, did you drop the kids off someplace?
The kids got dropped off at two different places. Larry took the kid into one house, left. We went about probably 30 miles, and another kid got dropped off. The first guy, I didn't see him. The second guy, I saw him. He was black.
So one of the boys was white and one of them was black?
No, both boys were white.
Okay.
I didn't see the first man with a young kid who was white. There was a young white kid. I did not see the man whom Larry took him into. At the second house, the man came out and he was black. Little black man, real little black man, shorter than you and black.
And you waited in the car?
Yep. He did not go in, and that was it.
Okay. That's the last time you ever seen him?
It's the last time I ever seen her.
First and last time?
I didn't even want to ask. I was even afraid to think what was going on, you know, because after then I was getting pretty hip to things like child pornography, and I was hearing, you know, a lot about shit happening, you know, in Los Angeles, you know.
Did you ever wonder what happened to those kids?
Oh, yeah, I've wondered many times.
Do you think you could still find those houses?
I don't know. It takes some searching, but you know, I lived there for a while. I'm kind of familiar. I knew we were real close in Pasadena. You know that you get there, and the houses in California all look the same.
I understand.
You know, I mean, I'd say no. I mean, because I really was. You know, I was flying pretty high in coke.
Okay, and well, you dropped these two kids off at two different locations. Did the kids say, "I don't want to go," or was there any signs of a struggle or verbal exchange there where they didn't want to go?
The second kid didn't say a word. The first kid, he really started crying when I took him up to the door. And he to the house I did not see. He was crying, and he looked at me, and I just, you know, I had to turn my head. I didn't even know.
Get to you?
Yeah, I got it.
So what happened after you dropped the second kid off?
We went and got a room in Pasadena someplace, and I didn't see him. I didn't even see him for like 2 days. I had like 400. I got like another 3, and I, you know, got drunk. And I'd been out for like 3 days. I spent like a whole day sleeping, recovering.
So you get there, you're there for 2 days. Alicia and Danny are someplace else that you don't know.
Yeah.
For 2 days at least.
It was my last involvement with
Did you ever think about calling the authorities and having them check on that kid?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Because I wasn't really threatened verbally, but I was, it was a clear message, and people kind of looked at me, in that situation as just, that guy fucking minds his own business. It's kind of how I was, I was just like, I was just kind of like, I never, I wasn't active into it. I just kicked back, so you want to,
all right.
Here we go, and other than that, I just kept to myself, I've got some money in my pocket.
I see that I'm touching on a real sensitive issue. It's starting to really bother you, and just a few more questions so we can clear this up, and then we'll cut.
And it was also Danny's last involvement. Larry King came, we took the car, we drove out to Pasadena.
To where they were at? Alicia and...
we picked them up at the same house we dropped them off at.
Okay.
This time we went inside. It was a nice house.
Okay. Was there anybody else there?
Yeah, there was a butler there.
Okay.
I mean, the house wasn't that big, I didn't think. I didn't see a lot of it, but there was a butler guy. I mean, a real one at the first counter with a real butler.
Okay.
And the fat guy, he was in a robe. Alicia just looked like shit. I mean, she was, you could tell she'd been fucked everywhere, but, in her eye probably. I mean, she just looked like shit. She smelled bad. I mean, I don't know if they kept her locked up in a room. She didn't talk to me. She didn't talk to me for a long time after that. A long time.
Did it bother you?
Danny, yeah, it did. Danny, we got the fuck out. Like,
Did Danny say anything to you?
Danny wanted to kill him. Danny wanted to go back and kill the guy. Wouldn't tell me exactly what happened. I didn't even really want to know. I didn't want to know. I was trying to deal with my...
Were you angry with Larry?
Yeah, I was very angry with Larry.
Was Danny angry with Larry?
Everybody was angry with Larry.
So why did you people do something about it?
Fear. Fear of being... we were young. I was young. Danny was young. Danny was even younger. I was a little older. For a while, I thought, I'm Mr. Cool. I'm getting the money. I felt kind of cool about it for a while. Then I realized, man, these fucking people are, I mean, I thought maybe, I might even be dealing with the mafia, I mean, I started to feel that way, it's like, I just want to get out, I want to be left alone, and I was left alone. I really think people felt comfortable with me just keeping my mouth shut. I'd never been bothered.
How old were you then?
I was 86?
Yes.
I was 19.
And how old was Danny?
Danny would have been 17.
And how old was Alicia?
Alicia would have been 18.
Okay, was she just a little older than Danny?
Yeah, like Danny and then Alicia and me.
Okay.
I'm a year older than her and I'm 2 years older than Danny. She's a year older than me.
Okay. And so then you drive back, you pick up Danny and Alicia. Mm-hmm. They didn't really want to talk to you.
Danny did. Danny wanted to help me get out. We were gonna really fly out and kill the guy because I knew I had about $600 or $700.
Were you two alone? Where you two could converse without Larry?
Yeah, Alicia didn't want any. I mean, she just said she didn't even sleep.
Okay, but I mean, were you?
Oh yeah, we were in the back. He was up front a lot. Like right with the pilot stage. Yeah. I don't know if he's got a license or anything. I think he might have even been like a co-pilot type person. He might have even flown at times. I don't know. And I never, but yeah.
So you three, meaning you,
Alicia
Danny,
like
and Alicia, didn't have
too.
any conversation when you went to pick her up at the house and went back to the plane.
When we were in the car going back to the airport, there was no conversation.
Okay.
There was one word that came out of Danny's mind when Larry was returning the car, and it was like, I'm gonna blow that fucker's head off. I mean, the look in his eyes told me that he really was going to do it. And I said, man, I'm going to help you. Let's get the fuck out of here when we get back. He's like, we'll do more than that, man.
And then you came back to Omaha.
Yeah. At one time, Danny and I did talk about going to police, but, it's like, no way, man. Fuck. We're not talking just police. We're talking our parents, fucking the girlfriends, our real girlfriends, my brothers, your fucking mom, your sister, and your brother. It was just like, let's just face it.
Okay. And you came back to Omaha. During this trip back to Omaha, did Danny tell you what happened to him?
No. He didn't want to, I could tell.
Was he hurting?
Yeah, he was hurting. I could tell he was.
Lisa was hurting?
Lisa was
physically
hurting
and mentally.
Yeah, Lisa was hurting more. I mean, Danny had like gotten himself cleaned up. I don't know if they didn't let her get herself cleaned up, but I mean, she was a mess. She was a mess. I mean, she smelled real bad. I mean, she was like a mess. You know, and it's like...
Did Larry show any affection to her?
No, not at all. Not at all. I even think
treated all
I
of you
think
like
he
a
even
piece
made a
of meat.
smart-ass comment about, you know, she needed to take a shower or something. I think he said something like that to her.
How long were you gone that trip?
I say 4 to 5 days.
Okay. And did you get any money for it?
No,
Did any of the kids get any money for it?
I don't know if Alicia did. I said she didn't talk to me for a good almost year.
Because of that?
I mean, since we like parted at the airport,
Okay.
because they're, you know, like, what are you going to do? And he took Alicia or whatever, and
Did
we're going to...
Did the airplane stay out there in California while you were out there? The pilots and all that, or did they come back? Or
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know about that.
All right. I didn't ask you. Is there a judge involved in any of all this?
I don't know.